Hey all, thanks for joining me tonight. Happy Friday and happy Friday before Thanksgiving. Can you believe it's Thanksgiving already? I just, celebrated Samhain like last week. I swore at least. So it's crazy. My name is SAHIRA ANAISA of FENICE, and this is my show, A Little Hint of Magic. It airs every first and third Fridays of the month on the Magical Witchy channel. Please tune in. So tonight's topic is right in season, creating your special homemade incense with a Thanksgiving spin. So we're going to be discussing what is incense and its purpose, how are we affected by scents and the importance of self-fumigation, and then we're going to do a simple blending demo of your special homemade Thanksgiving incense. It's going to be awesome. So I'll try to answer relevant questions at the end if there's enough time, but I invite everyone to DM me any topic requests, questions, or if you just want to share information via my IG. You can reach me at A Little Hint of Magic, and that's magic with a CK at the end, don't forget. So let's get to it. So what is incense and what is its purpose? Incense is any plant material that's burned for its aromatic or spiritual purposes. The most common forms come in sticks, spiral coils, cones, loose powders, and even raw plant material. So, what are the benefits of burning incense? So, the benefits are it reduces stress and anxiety, it increases calm and focus, it aids in sleep, right? So if you're having a hard time sleeping, like me, if you're an insomniac, incense is the way to go. It also complements a yoga or meditation practice, and it stimulates creativity. It purifies your space. And lastly, just simply for the simple pleasure of enjoying a wonderful scent. So, how are we affected by scents? And what is the importance of self-fumigation? So, the sense of smell is the most primordial form of communication. Smell is the only sense that arrives directly into the emotional part of the brain without having to travel through it. So there's no interpretation per se when we encounter a scent. It literally goes right to the emotional part of our brain, the primordial, the limbic system, the part of our brain that really is about fight or flight, right? That emotional part where it stores memory as well. So it's critical to survival. Your sense of smell warns and it also protects. It signals to us when danger is near. Nicknamed the evoker of memory, smell has the ability to evoke memories more than any other sense. It's a powerful sense. Smell is not only confined to the physical domain, though. Fragrance is one of the most powerful ways to raise one's vibration enough to promote spiritual contact. Fragrance was first used to message the divine, and at the very first and the very first perfumers were actually priests creating incense. It was considered a powerful and effective way to communicate and commune with the gods. So, incense has been essential for many traditions. Fragrances affect one's sense of reality and also an emotional state. Aromatic substances serve as potent ritual tools. Think about it that way. Aromatics not only affect us emotionally, but also connect us to our cultural and familial pasts. Self fumigation is the process of burning incense, which results in vibrations that intensify to a point that they transform into smoke. Spiritually, every component in incense has a particular vibration. But the effect goes further beyond the smoke we see. The act of consecration further energizes the incense. Incense smoke elevates to the gods to broadcast the appeals and the invocations of their devotees, presenting itself as the bond that unites heaven and earth. With a documented history of over 7,000 years, incense is the oldest form of human scent production. Incense has long been known as a terminator of malodors, demons, bugs, and plagues. Every culture and tradition, since the beginning of time, has a connection with incense, utilizing fragrant smoke to spiritually infuse one's surroundings. The energy and fragrance discharged by the smoke raises the vibration while simultaneously decreasing harmful energies. Physically, the scent of the environment changes. As we already know, humans respond strongly to scent, right? Most importantly, the energies shift and change in response to the energies associated with the scent. Incense burning sends a direct message to our spirits, similar to shooting a flare when there is an emergency. Each particular scent signals to the relevant spirit we need to answer our call. Kind of like a phone number, like dialing 911, right, to our spiritual court. In effect, we're calling on spiritual energies and petitioning them to influence a specific area. The smoke is a representation of your prayers being transmitted, transcended this plane of existence to the ears of divinity. The scented smoke draws the attention of spirits and angels who will aid us in propelling our prayers forward. So that is a little historical on self-fumigation and incense and why it's so important. So for our blending demo, hopefully you guys saw my recipe. I posted it on IG and y'all may have seen it on Facebook also if you guys are following me. I blended just the ingredients list so that you can blend with me. But if you don't have the ingredients, it's okay because you can get them later and do this later. So what we're making today is your special homemade Thanksgiving holiday incense. So keep in mind that the holidays can be a joyous time when we get together with our family of various forms. It could be our blood relatives, it could be our closest friends, whoever it is, whoever is close to us, whoever we consider family, right? They come and we share a meal and we share great times. But many times, family time can be stressful. We all know it. Our insecurities come out in droves, right? We're worried about, will they like my food? Will we get along with dad today? Is mom going to be critical? All those things, right, kind of give us anxieties, right? And this anxiety can inspire less than harmonious feelings when we come together with our loved ones, and it makes us not want to come together with them, which is really sad. So, as I mentioned earlier, scents are a powerful way to shift mindsets and inspire true joy. So, I'm going to share a little recipe I came up with that I hope energizes our memories of Thanksgiving and more joyful times. So, some of the ingredients are a 4-ounce PET jar. This is really great. You want to, you can use glass also. Make sure it's dark colored glass because one thing about it is that the essential oils we're going to include in here may oxidize. The plant material, if exposed to sunlight, may not be as potent as it started out being. So we want to make sure that it's dark. You can use a mortar and pestle, which I tend to use a lot of times to kind of smash things down, right? Or if you want it easy, you can use any coffee grinder. Really simple. I love this coffee grinder. I've had it for years and it's done a lot of great work for me. You want an incense burner, right? A fire safe plate, as well as charcoal discs. So I have my little disc in here already. I usually use halves. I don't use a whole disc because I don't want it to burn for, more than a few minutes just to kind of transmit some scent to the air. Measuring spoons, obviously, because we're going to be working with tablespoons. And herbs. Let's talk about herbs. So we need 8 tablespoons in total. So I recommend using any combination of the list I'm going to give you of at least 3 herbs, right? The more correspondences you use, remember, the stronger your magic will be. So we have star anise, cinnamon, clove, frankincense, holy basil, lavender, nutmeg, parsley, rosemary, sage, or thyme. So again, 8 tablespoons of those particular fragrances, 8 tablespoons in total. The recipe I chose, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of anise, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, two of frankincense, and two of lavender. But again, you can use any combination. For essential oils, we're going to use at most 8 drops, excuse me. Again, you can use any combination, just one or all, right? But please make sure you don't oversaturate your dry herb material because it's not going to light up as well. So, in terms of essential oils, I have cardamom, ginger, nutmeg, and sweet orange. And I'm using all 4 of these. So what you do is you take a tablespoon of each herb, and I kind of cheated because I made my mixture ahead of time because I knew we weren't going to have enough time to really go through it. But we have star anise here, and my star anise comes from Mountain Rose Herbs, right? Star anise. You can get star anise from anywhere, as well as cinnamon sticks, also from anywhere. Lavender. You can see the lavender plant material there. Dry lavender, as well as frankincense, boswellia. Now, this is powdered, right? This already comes in a powdered resinous form. It's just easier. But if you have resin, you can also put it in your coffee grinder and chop it down a little bit to break down the material, right? So when you're using a mortar and pestle, if that's what you're using, please do not overfill or it will overflow when you start kind of pounding on it. And don't grind it too finely, just slightly to break down the plant material and to better combine and light up. So you don't want the particles too large because they're going to fire up. You don't want them too fine because then they're just going to smoke and then kind of fizzle out. So you want something in between. If you look at what I've created here, about this consistency is good. If you see it right here, this consistency. You're going to place your ground herbs into the PET container when you're done, right? And now it's time to add your essential oils. So what you're going to do is you can add 2 drops of each of the 4 oils that I've recommended. That's what I did. Or you can do whatever combination as long as it totals to 8, right? And you mix it well. You take your glass stir rod and you mix it really well so that it grinds in there, because what it'll do is it'll kind of coat just one particular area and lump up. We don't want that. We want it to coat everything. And at the end, you close your container and you shake, 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 right? Shake it, shake it, shake it, just so that everything combines really well. Give it a good shake, imbuing it with the intention for peace and happiness. I want peace and happiness in my home. I want to make sure that this scent just turns all arguments into laughter and happiness, right? So that way we can have a happy home. Then you take your charcoal disc. I have my lighter right here. You take your charcoal disc and you light it up. And you wait until it lights up, right? And once it's lit, you take just a little spoon, right, of your incense. Not a lot, just a little bit. And you put it on your charcoal disc. And then, oh, it smells so beautiful. You have no idea how beautiful it smells, right? And then what I like to do is before anyone comes right to the house for, a meal or to share time, I walk through every area of my home, right? Every every room from the back of the house all the way to the front. I go to the front door and then I incense my threshold, right? And then I bring this incense burner back into the room where everyone who's coming by hangs out. Most of the time, that's either in the kitchen or it's in the sitting room next to the kitchen, right? So that the fragrance is there. Even when the charcoal kind of burns out, that fragrance is there, kind of spreading, right? So that everyone is enjoying it kind of subliminally, right? And it continues to positively scent your space. Um, and I can't wait for you guys to try it. It smells so good. It's ridiculous. I love it. So As we come to the end of our time together this week, I want to make sure that you can connect with me to ask questions, share info, or even suggest future topics. Your input is so necessary. Please reach out to me. I want to hear from you all. Please follow and DM me on IG at a little hint of magic, magic with a CK at the end. Don't forget. So thank you for your time. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone on December 8th at the next show, 7 p.m. Eastern, where we'll be blending a diffuser blend for grounding because it's that holiday time and we need to ground, right? I'll be posting the ingredient list so that you can blend with me on my IG account at a little hint of magic in the next few days. Please look out for it. I welcome your feedback. I thank you for joining me tonight. Have a wonderful weekend and blessed be everyone. Take care. Bye bye.